Something electric is happening in New York, and it's not polite or pretty. It's loud, impulsive, and kind of glorious. Jaxson Dart and Cam Skattebo are giving the Giants back a personality, a spark plug identity that was missing for years. Rookie chaos with a purpose. That matters because a team can be technically competent and still feel dead. These two make the game feel alive again, and that energy can carry a franchise through the inevitable growing pains of youth. Dart is the kind of long-haired, live wires quarterback who treats the NFL like a stage. He's not polished yet. He's young, he makes rookie mistakes, and his tape has both wow throws and turnover moments, but he also brings an instinctive fearlessness that can flip games. That confidence translates to teammates. When your QB acts like he belongs, receivers and blockers play like it matters. His 17 for 25, near 200-yard outing with a passing and rushing touchdown in that big win over Philly wasn't just statistical, it was cultural. He started to rewrite what the locker room believes it can be. Skattebo is the kinetic counterweight, a running back built for contact and chaos. He doesn't always pile up yards per carry, but he creates critical first downs and finishes drives. Coaches love backs who move the chains in ugly, necessary ways. Teammates love a guy who crashes into defenders like a hired demolition crew. He's not just a highlight. He's the kind of role player whose impact shows up in short yardage conversions, time of possession wins, and that intangible we can get another attitude late in games. Pairing Dart's improve with Skattebo's sledgehammer does something rare. It gives the Giants permission to be themselves again. For a team that's suffered through a decade of tepid identity, wins where nobody cared, and losses where nobody was electrified, this is a rebrand by force of personality. Daboll's public praise is boilerplate, but the subtext is clear. Unleash the weirdness when it helps you win. Reality check, though. Rookie energy doesn't equal sustainable wins. Dart and Skattebo will hit roadblocks, predictable regressions, film corrections by opponents, and the gauntlet of a brutal upcoming schedule. Broncos, Eagles, 49ers, Packers, Lions, Patriots. Young players tend to feast early on schemes opponents haven't nailed down. The moment defensive coordinators find a repeatable counter, those advantages shrink. Expect more blue tent visits and split-second learning moments. That's not a failure. It's the price of growing up fast in a results-driven league. Coaching must manage this with surgical care. Daboll should do three things. 1. Script advantages. Give Dart early pass plays that are high percentage and let him build timing. 2. Protect Skattebo with situational usage so he's explosive rather than overexposed. And 3. Limit decision volatility by dialing up reads and play action setups that maximize Dart's arm without forcing him into NFL speed indecisions. If the staff tries to domesticate their personalities too quickly, the team loses its spark. If they ride them recklessly, losses pile up. The art is balance. Front office work matters too. Young cores need supporting casts. The Giants must add depth on the offensive line and at edge defender to keep this core from being overwhelmed on a long season. A few savvy midseason pickups, a veteran corner, another guard, could buy time for these rookies to develop without being chewed up by superior opponents. Social media virality will follow them, and that's a double-edged sword. Clips of Dart and Skattebo will drive engagement and attention, which helps the franchise brand. But it also amplifies mistakes, raises expectations, and creates hot take pressure that can be toxic if the front office or coaching staff read headlines instead of tape. Keep the internal narrative steady. Measure development by snaps, not sound bites. Bottom line, the Giants are interesting again because they've let the kids be kids. But in a league that grinds youth into experience, fascination must be converted into fundamentals. Dart and Skattebo supply the chaos. New York's job is to turn that chaos into consistent, repeatable advantage. If they do, the Giants could be more than a quirky flash in the pan. They could be the start of something noisy and real. If not, at least it'll be a hell of a ride on the way down.